So the main obstacle to growing up is the shadow self. The main obstacle to waking up is the separate self. So I would say very few. The Buddhists by far come the closest. But even they, as Reverend Angel is easily willing to admit, can get in all the traps that we get into too. But they still have explicated and described the overcoming of the separate self better than any religion. Where we find it in the other world religions is only in the mystics, which is why Mirabai just keeps translating them. Because these are the people who move to the non-dual level, and the great dualism, of course, that has to be overcome is that you are separate from God. That's the biggest dualism. When Jesus can say in John 10, I and the Father are one, he is the ultimate for the West, non-dual master. But few of us, unless you were in one of the few monasteries that still taught true contemplation by the 20th century, very few did, according to Thomas Merton. In fact, he said almost none. We had all lost it. Unless you were exposed to that, you tried to understand the teaching of Jesus, which is all from the yellow turquoise, non-dual, mystical, contemplative levels, with a dualistic mind that was largely, forgive me for giving the spiral dynamics colors, but it might intrigue you, from the blue level. The blue level is where almost the entire of America was in the 1950s. Tribal, 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 tribal. Tribalism was truth. Religion was not about transformation, and this leads us directly into our theme. It wasn't about transformation, it was about belonging to the right group. Got it? Belonging systems. Not belonging to God's humanity, the people of God, as we called it at Vatican II, but being loyal. So I would say my early years in the seminary, which were before Vatican II, without any doubt, and Franciscans should have known better, but the primary virtue I was taught was not love, it was obedience. Obedience was what it was all about. Because when you're at the tribal level, it's all about loyalty and obedience to the protocols of your group. And if you don't follow them, you're shunned or shamed or excluded. It doesn't have to do with love at all.